Nithyanandam, everybody. Let us now enter into the Nithyananda Yoga. It is time for every one of us to start. Please sit straight with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your Ananda Gandha. Bring your hands in front of your heart, the Anjali Mudra. Let us begin with the Sadguru Vandanam. नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं Sadgurun Tam Namami. Let us set the intention for the day. Visualize how you want your entire day to be. Visualize yourself manifesting your ultimate. Visualize yourself continuously established in the space of Paramashivoham. From the same space, let us chant the Shiva Mula Mantra 11 times internally. Sit straight, close your eyes. Om Ham Om Shivaya Namaha. 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 Let us now perform the Tatvachamanam. Now, please take the Panchapatram and the Uddharani in your hands. Now, please take an Uddharani of water in your right palm and sit it from the base of your right palm. Each time the word Swada is chanted. Om Atmatattvam Shodayami Swada. Om Vidyatattvam Shodayami Swada. Om Shivatattvam Shodayami Swada. Please wash your hands. Now with the base of your right hand thumb, wipe your lips from the right to the left along with the mantra. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Now, with the tips of your right hand, index, middle and ring fingers touch above your upper lip and lower lip. Wash your hands again. Now with the tips of your right hand, index finger and thumb joined together, touch your right nostril, left nostril. And with the ring finger and thumb joined together, touch your right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear. Please wash your hands again. Now, with the tips of your little finger and thumb joined together, touch your navel center, your right chest, left chest. And with all the 5 fingers joined together, touch above your head, your right shoulder, left shoulder, and your heart center. Please wash your hands again. We are now going to be entering into the Sankalpa. which is the conscious resolution. When we create a conscious resolution, the very power of the Sankalpa itself will manifest the reality that we want. Let us decide to create a conscious Sankalpa to manifest Paramashiva, for us to do everything authentically and live authentically throughout the entire day. From the same space, clasp your left hand with your right and place it on your right thigh and sit straight. Let us now enter into the Sankalpa.
ममोपात्तखमस् दुरितक्षयद्वारा भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थम श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थम च शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः द्वितीयपरार्धे श्री श्वेतवराहकल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शकाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यावहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये विश्वावसुनाम संवत्सरे दक्षिणायने लक्ष्मी वेंकटेश्वर ऋतौ कन्या मासे कृष्णपक्षे अष्टम्यां शुभतिथौ मंगलवासरयुक्तायां पुनर्वसु नक्षत्र सिद्धयोग कौलवकरण एवं गुणविशेषण विशिष्टायां अस्यां शुभतिथौ श्री कैलासोन्नतशान्तश्यामला पीठारूढ श्री मीनाक्षी सुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्नकुमार गुरुमन्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती संज्ञानविश्रुत सकल निगमागमसारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रपत्रे श्रीमत् परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयाण हीयमान छत्र चामर श्री चिन्ह काकलादि समस्त विरता कल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संग सत्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा विलाप वर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमकल्पकेसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु श्रवण शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणानधार ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद् ऋषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्त्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनां अवतारभूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्र श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ नवत्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रचित कैलास परंपरागत कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्त्रे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनधर्म शासन सूर्य वंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महापुरुषरक्षत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्ममुक्ति स्वर्ग पुरस्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्यवर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमद् जगद्गुरु श्री भगवान श्री नित्यानंद परम शिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थं तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थं गुरुकृपा सिद्ध्यर्थं क्षेमस्थैर्य वीर्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थ मोक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थं समस्त दुरितोपशान्त्यर्थं समस्त मंगलाप्त्यर्थं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परम शिव प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञानवैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थं पूर्ण आरोग्य युक्त योगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थं नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये.
Now please wash your hands with a dharni of water. Om apaupadbrishya. Let us now enter into the Nithyananda Yoga. Let's all stand up, come to a standing position. We're going to begin with the warm-up. Let us begin with the warm-up. Let us start off by rotating our neck. Start off by rotating your neck. Rotate it in the clockwise direction. And then rotate it in the other direction. Now, let's move forward to rotating our hands. Keep your elbows straight. Rotate your hands forward. Switch the direction, rotate your hands backwards. Now bend your elbows, place your hands on your shoulders, rotate your shoulders. Bring your elbows together and open up your chest when you're coming in and going out. Rotate your shoulders in the opposite direction.
Now leave your hands loose and swing your body from side to side. Now have a slight gap between your legs. Bend forward and down. Touch the ground in front of you and behind you. Bounce up and down. When you go down, exhale. When you come up, inhale. And stand up now. Interlace your fingers. Stretch your hands above your head. Push your hands as high as you can. Stretch from your back, your shoulders. Now exhale and bend towards the left side. Come back up, inhaling. Exhale and bend towards the right side. Repeat this on both the sides again. Now interlace your fingers behind your back. Push your hands out, opening up your shoulders. Your palms facing out. Have a slight gap between your legs again. Bend forward and down. Get your hands as high as you can.
Try to push your forehead towards your knees as you're pushing your hands towards the ground. With every exhalation, try to go a bit further down.
Now stretch your hands out in front of you and rotate your wrists. Rotate your wrists on the other direction. Now stretch your fingers out and pull your fingers towards yourself using one hand. Pull in both the directions, stretching your forearms. Repeat the same on the other hand.
Shake your wrists out, rotate your wrist.
Now place your hands on your hips and start rotating your hips now. Rotate on the other direction. Bend forward and down, place your hands on top of your knees, rotate your knees. Rotate your knees in the other direction. Now stand up. Stand on your left leg and rotate the ankle of your right leg.
Balance yourself as you move your weight towards the left side of your body and rotate your right ankle.
Rotate on the other direction.
Shake your right leg off. And switch your feet and repeat the same. Switch the directions. And shake it out. Shake out your legs. For the next 1 minute, let's all focus on jumping and increasing our heartbeat, going up. So try to keep your jump as high as possible. Jump with both your feet and try to jump consistently. Ready? 3, 2, 1, begin. Please start jumping. Last 20 seconds. Last 10 seconds. And relax. Move forward and backward. We are next going to be entering into skeleton dance in a few moments from now. Try to breathe only through your nose. Now, let us all visualize ourselves as pure skeleton in our inner space. And for the next few moments, let us start shaking our body intensely, shaking out every part of our body, waking our entire body up. Let us begin. going, keep going. Keep going, last few seconds. Come on, last few seconds. And stop. Stay wherever you are. Inhale as deeply as possible. Try to keep your mouth closed. And breathe only through your nose. Feel the blood flowing through your veins, through your muscles, through your entire body. Feel your body pulsating with energy. Inhale as deeply as possible and exhale. Visualize your breath flowing all the way till your knees and inhaling all the way from your knees. Slowly open your eyes. Please settle down. Today, we are all together going to be starting the Tritiya Vinyasa Krama. Now, place your right foot near your perineum and left foot on top. Place your right foot at your perineum and place your left foot on top. Now, place your hands on both your knees, palms facing down. Sit straight. Bring your gaze towards your third eye. We are now performing Savriti Asana. We are now going to be performing the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale and exhale, visualizing the air, awakening the Jataragni, the fire in your navel center. Inhale deeply through both your nostrils and exhale deeply. Visualize Lord Surya in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
परिमूलद्वारिटे किबेते दावापकि एडी.
Let us now move into Vajrasana 2. As you continue to be seated in the same position, we are now going to be bringing our gaze towards the nose, and along with the Samana Kumbhaka, we are going to be performing the Uddiyana Bandha. So inhale deeply through your nose and exhale forcefully. Pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. When you can't hold anymore, once again inhale deeply through your nose. As you inhale and exhale, visualize the fire in your navel center. Continue to keep your gaze at your nose. Visualize you're the weapon of Lord Indra, Vajra, and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
येन कन्दं प्रतिष्ठानिं पादं त्वलिङ्गोपरि निक्षिपेत्य वज्रं सदा प्राणजयेत सिद्धं ग्रीवातनु मस्तकमस्तशस्तम्.
Relax. Now we are going to be performing the Siddhasana 2. As we continue to perform the same asana and continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka, we are going to be doing the Mahamudra Bandha along with it. So inhale through your nose, visualizing the fire in your navel center being awakened. Bring your chin to the chest into the Jalandhara Bandha, locking the breath within. Hold as long as you can. When you can't hold it anymore, exhale forcefully and pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. When you can't hold the breath anymore, then slowly inhale and repeat the pranayama. Bring your gaze towards your third eye as you perform Siddhasana 2. Visualize yourself as the Siddha in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
स्थानुस्त्वमिन्द्रियोचनदृशा पश्यन् भ्रुवोरन्तरं चैतन्यमुक्तकपालं साधनं प्रोच्यते.
We are now performing the Brahmanasana. Now keep your left toes between your thighs and your legs. You're going to slightly slide your left in between the thighs and your legs. Now place your hands cupped together and keep it on the right knees. Place your hands in a cup and place it on your right knee. We are now continuing to perform the Samana Kumbhaka along with the Mahamudra Bandha. Continue to keep your gaze at your nose. Visualize yourself as Lord Brahma in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पाद्मं ब्रह्मं सदा सिद्धं सुस्तिकं वज्रमासनं बद्धकोणं भद्रपृष्ठं मूलबन्धं तथैव च।
Relax. The next asana we are now going to be performing is Muktasana 2. Now, once again, bring your left foot on top of your right thigh. Place your right heel at your perineum. Place your hands on top of your knees. Sit in a relaxed, comfortable manner with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Now, keep your eyes closed and bring your awareness to the right side of your ear and listen to the sounds that is entering through your right ear as you perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale as slowly as possible, as deeply as possible, and then exhale as slowly as possible and as deeply as possible. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
मुक्तासने स्थितो योगी मुद्रां संधाय शाम्भवीं शृणुयात् दक्षिणे कर्णे नादमन्तस्तमेकधी।
The next asana we are now entering into is Valmikasana 2. Now, as you continue to be seated in the same position, place your hands in the Bindu Mudra, place it on top of your knees, palms facing up, sit straight once again with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Open your shoulders and sit straight. We will continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. This time, bring your gaze towards your third eye. Inhale as deeply as possible and as slowly as possible, visualizing the breath awakening the Jataragni, the fire in your navel. Visualize the great sage Valmiki in your inner space as you perform the Valmikasana and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
बेसिक करिडावा पगगी पगथली येडी बारिला फनादि चिनोडी।
Relax. We are now going to be performing the Dvishrasana. Now place your hands on your knees and now you're going to press your left shoulder upwards so that your left shoulder feels like another head. So raise your left shoulder up towards your head. Try to bring your shoulder as close as possible towards your face. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale and exhale, visualizing the fire in your navel center. And visualize yourself as Paramashiva with multiple heads, with 25 heads. And have the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
कण्ठशिरःपर्यन्तं नीत्वा स्थातव्यं द्विशीर्षं भवति.
The next asana we are now going to be performing is Dvisharasana on the other side. Now raise your right shoulder up and bring your shoulder as close as possible towards your face, visualizing it to be another face. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale and exhale, visualizing the fire in your navel center. And visualize yourself as Paramashiva with 25 heads. And the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
कण्ठशिरःपर्यन्तं नीत्वा स्थातव्यं द्विशीर्षं भवति.
And relax. The next asana we are now going to be performing is going to be Kumbhirasana. Now, as you continue to be seated in the same space, you're going to place your hands on top of your head, making yourself looking like a flower pot. Bring your gaze towards your nose. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhaling and exhaling, visualizing the fire in your navel center. Along with it, perform the Uddiyana Bandha. So exhale forcefully and pull your stomach in and up. Repeat it again and again. Visualize yourself as an alligator in your inner space. And the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
नितं देहस्तयुगलं भूमौ सम्भोतितपतेत् कुम्भीरासनमावक्षे वायूनां धारणाय च.
Relax. Now place your hands on top of your knees and place your thighs over both your heels. So cross your feet, bring your ankles down, place your thighs on top of your heels. Sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Visualize each of your chakras being awakened all the way from the Mooladhara chakra to the Sahasrara chakra. As you inhale and exhale, visualize the fire in your navel center. Bring your gaze towards your nose. See the Kundalini Shakti raising from your Mooladhara chakra to your Sahasrara chakra. Have the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
सव्योरुदक्षिणे गुल्फे दक्षिणं दक्षिणेतरे निदध्यादृजुगायस्तु चक्रासनमिदं मतं तदचक्रासनलक्षणमाह संज्ञेति.
Relax. The next asana we are now going to continue to perform is Swastikasana 2. So place both your feet between the opposite thighs and your calves. So insert your feet in between the calf muscles. Place your feet in a way so both your feet are in between your calf muscles. Place your hands on top of your knees. Bring your gaze towards your nose and visualize a swastika embodying peace, well-being and good fortune. Bring your gaze towards your nose. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka, inhaling and exhaling, visualizing the fire in your navel center. And the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
घोरन्तरे सम्यक् धृत्वा पादतले उभे समकायसुखार्थीन स्वस्तिकं तत्प्रचक्षते.
And relax. The next asana we are now going to perform is Swastikasana 3. Now you're going to place your hands into the Parashumudra, which is interlock your fingers and place your hands on top of your chest. Bring your hands onto your chest. Sit straight. Bring your gaze forward. Look forward in front of you. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka as you continue to visualize swastika in your inner space. And the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जानुर्वोरन्तरे कृत्वा योगी पादतले उभे ऋजुकाय समाधीन स्वस्तिकं तत्प्रचक्षते.
Now, from this position, you're going to place your left foot on top of your right thigh. Place your left foot on top of your right thigh, and your right foot continues to remain in the gap between your calf muscle. Place your hands on top of your knees. Bring your gaze towards your nose as we perform the Virasana 2. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka and visualize Swamiji manifesting the state and space of courage and bravery. Bring your gaze towards your nose and the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
वीरासनमनस्थैर्य करमुत्साह वीर्यकृत लक्ष्यसन्धानजननं सुखासनमनामयम्.
Relax. The next asana is going to be Siddhi Haratalya Asana. Now bring your feet together, bringing your heels together at your perineum. Keep your toes slightly separated. Heels are together, toes are slightly separated. Keep your knees nice and wide. Interlace your fingers around your feet. Interlace your fingers around your feet, but your toes are not touching. Now bring your gaze towards your nose. We are going to be performing the Samana Kumbhaka along with the Jalandhara Bandha. So inhale through your nose. Bring your chin to the chest into the Jalandhara Bandha, locking the breath within. Hold as long as you can. When you can't hold it anymore, you're going to relax and exhale and repeat. While doing this, visualize yourself unclutching from all the ego-fulfilling success in your life and the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पगतली संपूट करी अभूल्यापो संपूट करे.
Next asana we are now going to be performing is Bhadrasana 3. As you continue to be seated in the same position, we are now going to be performing the Mahamudra Bandha. Once you inhale, bring your chin to the chest, locking it into the Jalandhara Bandha. When you can't hold it anymore, you're going to exhale and pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha, and then repeat. As you continue to do, visualize Lord Veerabhadra in your inner space. And the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पार्श्वयोः क्षिपेत् सद्यकुल्भं तथा सद्ये दक्षकुल्भं तु दक्षिणे.
And relax. The next asana we are now going to be performing is going to be Yoga Narasimhasana. Now, sit on the ground, cross your heels. Bring your knees into a raised position. Cross your knees. Now place the back of your palms on top of your knees, palms facing up. And you're now going to stick your tongue out and exhale as you bring your gaze towards the nose. Visualize Lord Narasimha in your inner space, one of the 10 avatars of Mahavishnu, and the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Now, place your hands on your knees, palms facing down. Continue to be seated in the same position. Place your hands down. Now, continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka You're going to visualize yourself as a flock of crows as we perform the Kakarupa Skandasana. Bring your gaze towards your nose and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
अथ भक्ष्यकाकरूपस्कन्धासनमुत्तमं कलिपापात्रमुच्येत वाजवीं वशमानयेत्.
The next asana we are now going to perform is Utkatikasana. Now you're going to sit on the ground with your feet flat and heels touching the buttocks. Place your hands on your respective knees. You're continuing to sit on the ground, but your knees are as close as possible towards your butt. Try to bring your knees as close as possible, your feet as close as possible towards your butt. We are now continuing to perform the Utkatikasana. We are now going to perform the Ujjayi Pranayama. Inhale through your nose and your mouth, and then exhale through your nose. Bring your gaze towards your nose. Visualize yourself sitting with Swamiji in your inner space. And the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Relax. Stretch your feet out in front of you. Bring your feet together, your ankles together, your feet together, and rest your hands on top of your thighs. Sit straight. Bring your back straight. Keep your feet together, pointing up. Touch your toes. Visualize yourself as Paramashiva's Yoga Danda. Continue to perform the Ujjayi Pranayama and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The next asana we are now going to be performing is Tadaka Mudrasana. Now, as your feet continue to be stretched out, you're now going to hold on to your feet with your hands and then try and bring your forehead towards your feet. Now, partner up in this and support each other to perform the asana. Please partner up. Switch. Go this way. Partner up. Please partner up. So slowly press the back. Stretch your feet out and then bend down. Try to go down as much as you can. Exhale and push yourself down. Switch partners and repeat. Switch partners and repeat. Pushing yourself towards the ground. Try to hold on at the bottom. When you can bring your head towards your feet, try to move your feet slightly apart. Bring your head towards the ground. Push yourself down. Switch your partners and repeat as needed. Exhale as you go down. Visualize yourself in a water body and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
भागशीर्ष सर्वांग महामुद्रा च ताटवी बद्धकोणद्बद्धपद्मं दण्डं पश्चिमकानकम्.
And relax. Get back to your positions. Now sit with your legs straightened out. Place your hands by the side of your hips. Press your hands onto the ground. So now we are going to be lifting our entire body up. So what we want to do is you want to focus. Get your hands by the side of your hips. Place your hands as close as possible towards your hips. And once you're up here, then straighten out your feet. So take the support of your hips onto your elbows. And then you're going to lift. Okay, tuck your hands nice and in. The count of 3, let's all lift it together. Position yourself, let's get ready to lift. Ready? 3, 2, 1, lift. Visualize yourself as a cradle in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
प्रेङ्कवत् स्थित्वा पादाग्रे मस्तकोपरि नीत्वा पृष्ठभागे भूमौ निधाय.
And relax. Shake your hands out. We are now going to be performing Prankasana 2. Shake your wrist, rotate your wrist. Now with your legs extended outward, place your hands by the side of your hips. You are now going to try and kick your body off the ground in front of you. So lift your body in front of you. Start kicking yourself from the Prankasana. Try to go up and down. You can do it with one leg at a time, placing one leg on the ground and going up. And then switch your feet up. Visualize yourself as a cradle in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
प्रेङ्कवत् स्थित्वा पादाग्रे मस्तकोपरि नीत्वा पृष्ठभागे भूमौ निधाय तिष्ठेत्.
Relax. Shake your hands out. Now bring your knees towards your chest. You're going to hold on to your opposite heels with your hands, opposite knees with your hands. Bring your feet together, feet are touching together. Wrap your arms around your knees. Bring your knees as close as possible towards your chest. Now continue to perform the Ujjayi Pranayama. Catch your breath. Inhale through your nose and your mouth as deeply as possible and as slowly as possible, and then exhale through your nose. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पृष्ठे भेदान्वितं पादं तस्य हस्तेन बन्धयेत्. योगासनं वृक्षे कृत्वा योगिराट् भवेत्.
The next asana we are now going to be performing is Vrishapti Asana. Bend your left knee, place it under your left butt, under your right butt. Sit on top of your left foot. Now bring your right foot on top of your left knee. Bring your right foot on top of your left knee and place your hands on the top of the knees. We are now performing the Shitkari Pranayama. As you perform the Shitkari Pranayama, you're going to visualize yourself being in the space of a temple. In the Shitkari Pranayama, inhale through the gap between your teeth. And then exhale through your nose. And have the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Dimana godo agakari dago pagadi mani pajati ani mori yeri kula niche rashi bhana pani adhar rahe.
Now, you're going to drop your feet onto the ground, the left foot, slide it out towards the side, bringing your butt onto the ground. Now, you're going to touch the right fingertips to the joint of the left and place it on your palms close towards your groin, facing up. Bring your gaze towards your third eye. Place your fingers in the gap into the joints of your other fingers. The right hand on top of your left. Place it palms facing up on your groin center. Continue to perform the Shitkari Pranayama, inhaling through the gap between your teeth and exhaling through your nose. Make a hissing sound as you inhale. Visualize yourself as Dhruva grass in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Daijan gabai kari jinganon pagadaji pajati ani panado go dharti pe ki barala kula ki barili.
The next asana is going to be Sukhadevasana. Now place your hands into the Padma Mudra. Place your fingertips together, your thumbs and your little finger together. Stretch out the others. Now place your hands on top of the knee, on top. Bring your gaze towards your nose. Continue to perform the Shitkari Pranayama. And visualize all the gods and goddesses of Kailasa are pleased with you. And the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Vamajam pidi mahi dachina pidi dhare sadi anava magoda mahile rakshet dajigoda agrahidi.
Relax. The next asana we are now going to be performing is Datta Digambarasana. As you continue to be seated in the same position, hold on to your opposite feet with your hands and continue to perform the Shitkari Pranayama. All of you please sit straight. Please have your back straight. Continue to perform the Shitkari Pranayama, visualizing that Paramashiva has blessed you to go beyond all the material needs and desires. And the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Prathamaji bano paap uchave daijan ga upari kari lyave daji paakti tako aane goda uparatala kari dhane.
The next asana we are now going to be performing is Machandrasana 3. As you continue to place your feet in the same position, bend forward and down, bringing your forehead towards the ground. Bend forward and down, bringing your forehead to the ground. Try to get yourself as close as possible towards the ground. Exhale as you go down. Try to stay down. Visualize yourself as a fish in your inner space. And the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Jivano pagadai janga parirashe yeli kadi lagave.
Relax, slowly rise up. We're now performing Gomukhasana 2. Now, from the same position, you're going to be bringing your hands towards the back and holding on to your hands behind your back. Interlock your hands behind your back, hold on to your fingers behind your back and sit straight. Continue to perform the Shitkari Pranayama, visualizing a cow in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Now relax. We are now going to be repeating this entire sequence of asanas on the other side. Now bring your right foot under your butt, sit on top of your right feet. Now bring your left on top of your right. Hold on to your opposite knees with your hands. Place your hands on your opposite knees. Place your hands on the opposite knees. Sit straight. Continue to perform the Shitkari Pranayama, inhaling to the gap between your teeth and then exhaling through your nose. Visualize yourself in the temple and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
धीमना गोड़ो अग्र करिडाबो पगधी मणि पाशती आनी मोड़ी येड़ी कुला नीचे राशि फणा पानी अधर रहे.
Now slide your left foot out and sit onto the ground. You're now going to be placing the left fingertips, you're going to place it on top of the joints of your right fingers, and then place your right hand on top of your groin center. Visualize yourself as a dhruva grass in your inner space. As you perform the Shitkari Pranayama and the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
दाईजन गपरि करे जीवनो पगदाजी पाठती आनी फनादो को धरती पे की बारला गुल फकुला की बारेली.
Now bring your hands into the Padma Mudra and place it on top of your knees. Continue to perform the Shitkari Pranayama as we perform the Sukadeva Asana. Visualize all the gods and goddesses of Kailasa are pleased with you and have the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
वामजंग अरुपीडी माही दक्षिणपीडी धरे सुताही आनवा मगोड़ा माहिली राशे सतिगोड़ा अग्रमिने.
Place your hands on top of your knees, on your feet. Hold on to your opposite feet. Sit straight and bring your gaze towards your third eye. Continue to perform the Shitkari Pranayama and visualize Paramashiva blessing you to move beyond all the material needs and desires. And the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
प्रथम जीवनो पाव उचावे दाईजंग ऊपर कर जावे दाजीपा खती तापो आने गोड़ा ऊपर तल कर ठाने.
Now, as you continue to hold on to your feet, you're going to bend forward and down, bringing your forehead as close as possible towards the ground. Visualize yourself as a fish in your inner space. Continue to perform the Shitkari Pranayama, inhaling through the gap between your teeth and then exhaling through your nose. I have the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जीवनो पगदाई जंग परिराशे ये दिकड़ी लगावे.
Slowly raise up. We are now going to be performing the Gomukhasana. This time with your left hand on top. You're going to hold on with your right hand at the bottom. So interlock your hands from behind your back. Hold on to your hands, your fingers from behind your back. This time with your left hand goes up, right hand goes back. Visualize yourself as a cow in your inner space. Continue to perform the Shitkari Pranayama and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
उत्तान पूर्वपीठं च त्रिंहत्कारमेव च वातायनं गोमुखं च पादपादं त्रिविक्रमम्.
Relax. We are now going to be sitting in Dhirasana. Now bring your feet to the sides and sit onto the ground. Sit onto the ground, place your hands on top of your knees. Bring your knees together. We are now performing the Rechaka Kumbhaka. Bring your awareness to your breath and exhale all the air out of your body. Deeply make sure every air, all the air that is in you is going out, and let the breath flow in automatically. Only bring your awareness to the exhalation. Bring your gaze towards your nose as we perform the Dhirasana. Visualize and embody the state of bravery and courage and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
बने पग कोठा नथिवादिने तेना भनुगुदानि नीचे.
The next asana is going to be Dakshinapada Dhirasana. Now, as you continue to sit, you're going to be bringing your right leg under the thigh and bring your left neck, the knee is bent, the left knee is bent. Bring your left heel touching your butt. Place your hands on your respective knees. Place your hands on your respective knees. Continue to perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space, manifesting the state and space of bravery and courage, and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जमने पग गुदानि नीचे राखी डाबो पग दीच नतिवाली तेनी पानी ढगरने अडाडिने बेथ मुंदे दक्षिण पाद धीरासन छे.
The next asana we are going to be performing is Dakshina Swasa Gamanasana. Now, you're going to be sitting down, moving your butt towards the ground. Place your right foot on top of your left heel, across your left heel. Now, hold on to your opposite elbows and place them on top of your left knee. Now, bring your gaze towards your nose. Continue to perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka, exhaling deeply. And visualize Swamiji in your inner space with the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
डाबा पगनो धीचन डाबा हाथानी काखली मारा की उबर कहेल छे तेथी उलटी रीते डाबी घन भार डालीने बेस मुते दक्षिण श्वास गमनासन कहेवाय छे.
Now we're going to perform these on the other side. Let's enter into the Vamapada Dhirasana. Sit on top of your left foot, bend your right foot, your right knee up, and place your hands on top of your respective knees. Place your hands on top of your respective knees. Sit straight, bring your back straight, head, neck and spine in a straight line. And continue to perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka, exhaling deeply. Bring your awareness and gaze towards your third eye. Visualize Swamiji manifesting the state and space of bravery and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
तेनाथी उलटी रीते बेसमोते वामपाद धीरासन छे.
The next asana is Vama Swasa Gamanasana. Now drop your knees, sit down onto the ground. Bring your left foot towards the side of your right ankle. Now from here, hold on to your opposite elbows and place your right hand on top of wrap your right hand around your your right knee. Now continue to perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka. Bring your gaze towards your nose. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जमनो पगनो धीचन जमने आथानी काखली माराखी एभनी भार डाई जाबे पगधीचन थिवाली एनी एडी डाबा धगरने अडाडी गुद अधर राखी बेसमुते वामश्वास गमनासन छे.
Relax. The next asana we are now going to perform is Pashasana. Now bring your knees together, sit on top of your toes, Now from here, you're going to be going all the way around. Twist yourself towards the left side. Twist yourself towards the left, every one of you. Now wrap your arm around your knees and then hold on to it with your hand from the back. Wrap your arm around and then hold on to it from the back. Try to get your hand a little more in. Twist yourself. Exhale as you twist. And then try to wrap your arm around. Exhale as you twist. Now visualize the noose in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पादतले भूमो निधाय जान्नि उरसि निधाय विपरीतहस्ताभ्यां ऊरुसहितजङ्गे निबध्य.
And relax. We're now going to be performing the same Pashasana on the other side. So last time we had placed our right, this time we're going to be switching towards our left. So once again, twist all the way towards the left. You're going to get your knee as close as possible towards your armpit and then bring your left hand around your knees and then get your right hand around from behind your back and then hold on. Bring your feet together, keep your feet together. Try to twist. Exhale and hold. And then slowly try and get this hand towards the back. Yes. And just try and hold there. Hold the position. Now once again visualize a noose in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पादतले भूमो निधाय जान्नि उरसि निधाय विपरीतहस्ताभ्यां ऊरुसहितजङ्गे निबध्य.
Relax. The next asana we are going to be performing is Simharupakasana. Now cross your legs behind. Cross your legs behind and press your perineum with the raised heel. Press your perineum with your raised heels. So heels are raised, feet is crossed. Cross your heels. Place your hands on top of your knees. Make sure all your ankles are crossed behind. Place your hands on your knees. Now you're going to visualize the state and space of a lion in your inner space. As we perform the Sahaja Kumbhaka, inhale and exhale, visualizing the breath, carrying the prana in and out of us, and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जीवनि कुल्भदेशेभ्यो निजीव्यविक्रमेण तो हस्तवाहनं सिंहरूपकम्.
Now, as you continue to be in the same position, you're now going to place your feet down and then sit on top of your perineum, on top of your heels. So your feet are crossed behind. Sit on top of your heels, place your hands on top of your knees and bring your gaze towards your nose. Cross your ankles. Keep your ankles crossed and sit on top of your crossed ankles. Now visualize you're sitting in the space of Upanishad with Swamiji and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जानो घोरन्तरे पादौ कृत्वा पादौ च गोपयेत्. पादौ परिचयं स्थाप्य विदं गुप्तासनं विदुः.
The next asana is going to be Viyogasana. Let us now stand on top of our knees. Keep your ankles crossed. We are now going to bring our hands behind, placing our hands on our calf muscles. As you continue to hold in Vyogasana. Visualize Swamiji liberating you from all pain and suffering. And the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
घोड़ा वामो उबो होजी घोड़ा आड़ा राखे दोजी लछपात की पानी रहावे नौ वाम घोड़ा ढीलियावे.
Relax. We are now going to be performing Harinasana. Bring your knees together. And you're going to tuck your toes. And then you're going to quickly raise your heels off the ground and bring them towards the butt. Hold on to your opposite arms. And then repeat it again and again. Visualize yourself as a deer that's running. And the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
उड्डानं कृत्वा पाष्णिभ्यां नितम्बं हरिनासनं भवति.
Relax. The next asana we're going to be performing is Ushtrasana 3. Now, as you are continuing to be on top of your knees, stretch your feet out. You're going to stretch your feet out, and from there, bend backward, bringing your hands towards your heels and look back. Stretch your chest out, push your hips forward, and stretch yourself back. Stretch yourself backwards. Visualize yourself as a camel in your inner space, and the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
मेरुदण्डग्रन्थिदाढ्य संविपादयि शुकुमान् कपोतोष्टासनाभ्यासं कुर्यान्वितहिताशनः.
And relax. The next asana is going to be Malasana. Now, from a squatting position, you're going to be inserting your hands in the gap between your feet. Going to insert your hands in the gap between your feet. You're going to lean forward and lift your feet off the ground. Lean forward and try and lift your feet off the ground. Visualize your feet as a garland around you. Okay, at the count of 3, we're going to lift. You can place your feet on the ground. Try to bring your hands as close as possible towards your knees. So your knees are resting as high as possible towards your shoulder. Then you'll be able to lift and hold. Try to bring your knees as high as possible towards your shoulder. At the count of 3, let's lift. Ready? 3, 2, 1, lift. Now visualize your legs as a flower garland hanging around you, and the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
ध्ययोजानुनी संस्थाप्य पाष्णिं पुरसि निधाय तिष्ठेत् मालासनं भवति.
And relax. Raise up. We are now going to be performing the Gangavatarana Karana. We're going to perform the Gangavatarana Karana. Now, stand on top of your toes with your heels towards the sides. Bring your knees slightly bent. You're now going to be placing your hands in Tripataka Mudra, which is having your ring fingers bent with the other fingers opened out. Let us now see how to perform the Gangavatarana Karana. You are now going to arch your back forward and bend down, placing your palms onto the ground. And from here, kick your feet backward, go down, and raise your body up and your feet up and hold. So with your hands in the Tripataka Mudra, place it down, kick your feet backward, go down, and raise your upper body up and your feet up and hold. And relax. Let's enter into the next asana, which is going to be Narasana. So in Narasana, we are going to be entering into a headstand position. As we place our head onto the ground, we are going to be bringing the knees at the back of our arms and then raising it up towards the sky and placing our hands in front of us for support. So you can take the support of your partners to perform the Narasana. Place your hands in front of your head, not by the sides. Place your hands in front as you raise yourself up into Narasana. Place your hands forward, not by the side of your head. You need to move your hand here. Come down. Now, place your hands forward, place your head here. Now enter into the next asana. The next asana is going to be Adho Mundasana. Before that, let us chant the pramana for the Narasana.
योगासनस्थश्च योगी भवति साधकः नरासनं यः करोति स सिद्धो नात्र संशयः.
The next asana is going to be Adho Mundasana. in Adho Mundasana, you're going to be placing your head onto the ground. You're going to do this with the support of your partners. Once you raise up into a headstand position, you're then going to try and lift your hands off. You can also try a progression where you try to lift one hand off at a time and try to practice entering into Adho Mundasana. Partner up and try. Now, let us chant the pramana for Adho Mundasana.
अधो मुण्डासनं वक्ष्ये सर्वेषां प्राणिनां सुखम् ऊर्ध्वमार्गे पदं धत्वा हरयेन्मारुतं सुभिः सर्वासनानां श्रेष्ठं हि ऊर्ध्वपादो यदाचरेत् तदैव महतीं सिद्धिं ददाति वायवीकला.
Relax. The next asana we are now going to be performing is Midaki Pavasana 2. As you sit on your knees, you're placing your heels under your butt. Interlace your fingers, place it towards the right side of your body. Bend your head forward and down and bend. Continue to perform the Sahaja Pranayama. Inhaling and exhaling, visualizing the prana flowing in and out of your body. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
आसन को गुणगुण में बाय जागी.
The next asana we are going to do is Midaki Pavasana 2 on the other side. Once again, interlock your fingers and then place it towards the left side of your body, bend forward and down. Continue to perform the Sahaja Pranayama. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
आसन को गुणगुण में बाय जागी.
Relax, raise up. Place your hands on your knees. Push your heels outside of your hips. Sit down onto the ground. Place your hands on your respective knees. Bring your gaze towards your nose. We are now performing the Sahaja Pranayama along with the Uddiyana Bandha. Inhale through your nose, exhale forcefully, and pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
दण्डपद्मभरद्वाज वीरमानितो आसनानि सदा कुर्यात् सुदीर्घैरे च पूरकैः.
Relax. We are now going to be entering into Syenasana. Place both your hands onto the ground and press your entire body up and down, bringing your forehead towards the ground. This is going to be handstand push-ups. Let us partner ourselves up and then perform the Syenasana. Please partner up. Now, let us chant the pramana for the asana.
विपरीतनृत्यस्थितौ नासिका भूमौ संस्पृश्य ऊर्ध्वं नीत्वा पुनः संस्पृशेत् शेनासनं भवति.
Now, slowly stretch your feet out and lay down in Shavasana.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasada
Move your hands, move your feet. Bring your knees towards your chest and roll from the left to right. And slowly come up to a seated position. Sit straight. Let us perform Mahamantra, humming intensely. Just sit unclutched. Sit in the space of silence and sit unclutched. Bring your hands in front of your heart in the Anjali Mudra. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Let's chant the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tatsat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam